Discovering self-love can be a challenging journey, but trust me, it's worth it. I know what it feels like to despise the person staring back at you in the mirror. The self-doubt, the insecurities, they can consume you. But let me tell you, my friend, there is hope. In this video, I'll share my personal story with you. I'll take you through the ups and downs, the moments of despair, and the incredible transformation that took place in my life. I understand that some of you might be seeking a quick solution and may not be interested in hearing a random person's story. However, I urge you to lend me your ears. By sharing my story, I will reveal the precise steps I took, providing you with a crystal clear vision. Witness firsthand how I accomplished my goals, and if you truly desire this guidance, make sure to watch the video until the very end. Throughout the video, you'll find yourself relating to my experiences. You'll realize that you're not alone in this journey. Perhaps my story will serve as a mirror to your own life, allowing you to adopt the same strategies that helped me turn my life around. And if you're left wanting more after watching, don't hesitate to drop a comment. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. Now, let's not waste any more time. I'm diving right into it. But before we begin, let me take you back to the beginning. My childhood was far from easy. Growing up with an alcoholic father who repeatedly betrayed my mother took its toll on me. We struggled financially, and life seemed unbearable at times. Despite the external improvements as we moved forward, my mental health remained stagnant. I sought help from a psychologist, hoping to find some semblance of normalcy. And while things seemed to be on the right track with my mother and sister, I couldn't shake off the feeling of emptiness. I even went as far as asking my mom to remove the mirror from my room, concocting a lie to avoid facing my own reflection. I despised what I saw. Of course, there were moments of happiness in my life. Being with my friends brought me joy, especially my guy friends who made me feel secure. But when it came to interacting with girls, I was paralyzed by insecurity. And the biggest blow came when I experienced my first romance with a beautiful girl. I couldn't believe how I managed to keep going until the moment we shared that kiss. But as time went on, it became clear that she had been manipulating me and toying with my emotions. Despite that, whenever she needed me because she was feeling down, I was always there for her. To make a long story short, she broke my heart. I wanted to end it all, but I couldn't bear to hurt my mother in that way. And so, that was the moment my journey began. You can only imagine the self-hatred I felt. I blamed myself for the failed relationship, thinking I wasn't good enough, that I was ugly, and that I was weak, which is why she left me for someone else. Many people find themselves trapped in this mindset, believing they are not enough, and it leads to a miserable life. I knew I had to do something about it. I refused to live such a miserable existence. When you hit rock bottom, the only way is up. It's a powerful moment when you have to decide whether to take control of your life or succumb to thoughts of suicide. That's when I stumbled upon a video that taught me about self-improvement. I started journaling, writing down all the things I despised about myself. It felt strange to focus on the negatives, but bear with me. I had several pages filled with things I disliked. It was quite a long list, to be honest. I spent days condensing and organizing it into bullet points, so I could have a clear vision. During that time, I also enrolled in a mental health course, which, by the way, saved my life. I'll include the link in the description. And just to clarify, I'm not sponsored by them at all. I watched countless videos on these topics and eventually realized that there were certain things beyond my control. So I took those bullet points and categorized them into things I couldn't change and things I could. Now I had a clear understanding of what I could actually work towards. There were plenty of items on that list, and it felt overwhelming because I knew I couldn't tackle them all at once. So I started small with the first one: overthinking. My mind was in shambles, the demons inside me had won, and I found myself crying every day. But I refused to let them take over completely. I turned to journaling, pouring out my thoughts and feelings onto paper. It was a long and difficult journey, but I slowly began to understand why I felt the way I did and where my traumas originated from. I'm excited to share my journey with you in an upcoming video on how to stop overthinking. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video so you don't miss out. I was also struggling with my body image and felt ashamed of my physique. I reached out to some friends for help and started my weightlifting journey. It was tough at first, but I started small with push-ups and a calorie deficit. As I saw some gains, I began to feel hopeful. Overthinking was still a problem, but I started to make a habit of meditation and journaling, which helped me immensely. I have completed that mental health course and spent days redefining my life from the ground up. I had to find things that made me happy because I had never truly been happy before. I formed a group with some guys on Discord who were going through similar struggles. We created weekly challenges like stone skipping and going for walks in the forest. I found joy in climbing trees, something I had never done before. Talking with these guys made me realize I wasn't alone in my struggles. I started a gratitude journal where I wrote down things I was thankful for. Over time, I found myself feeling grateful for more and more things, even something as simple as a leaf falling into my hand. Reading books also helped shift my mindset about life, money, and relationships. I transformed from desiring a mundane existence with a college degree and a regular job to aspiring to provide for my mother's retirement and live a life that I truly deserve. I dedicated countless days to discovering my purpose. Although I haven't fully unraveled it yet, I did establish some goals. Consequently, when I woke up each day, I refrained from shedding tears until I went back to sleep. I knew that I could work towards something meaningful in my life. After months and months of relentless effort, I acquired more knowledge and developed a clearer vision. However, I still struggled with lingering thoughts of a past relationship. Listen, the only remedy for heartbreak is time. There are no shortcuts. Your mind possesses the ability to cope with these emotions, but it requires time to heal. Trust me, my friend. Even though those thoughts persisted, I was determined not to fall back into that pit of despair, so I pressed on. As time passed, I found myself thinking about her only twice a day, then once, and eventually only twice a week. Now, it has been a while since she crossed my mind. It's important to understand that you will never forget these relationships. They will always be a part of you. However, you will overcome the pain and move forward, not with sadness, but with happiness. In the end, it was this experience that motivated me to embark on this journey, and I wouldn't change any aspect of my past. I am grateful for those lessons. I toiled, and my mind evolved and grew stronger. Every day, I consciously injected positive thoughts into my mind. I achieved milestones that further reinforced these thoughts, making me feel truly worthy. I realized that I am capable of piecing my life together. I gazed into the mirror, stripped off my clothes to truly see myself. I stood there and smiled. I repeated this ritual every day. Eventually, I became comfortable being shirtless in my room and no longer felt repulsed by my own body. After months of working out, I even relished flexing in front of the mirror. I felt stronger than ever before. I persisted with all these practices, and eventually I became the person I aspired to be. Confident, self-loving, embracing every aspect of myself. If I identified any weaknesses, I worked on them because I had proven to myself in the past that I am capable of achieving anything. It's all a mind game, my friend. Your thoughts shape who you are. When you work hard and achieve success, your brain recognizes that you are capable of even greater accomplishments. By staying true to your word, you build self-confidence. My dear friend, I have complete faith in your abilities. I know you can achieve anything you set your mind to. If you're struggling with any internal pain, please don't hesitate to share in the comments. I'm not just saying this to boost my video. I genuinely want to help. I've been in your shoes before, and I can offer additional advice. Remember, this movement is here to support you in overcoming any challenges. If you appreciate what I'm doing, please consider subscribing and liking this video. We will meet again soon. Stay strong, my friend. We got this.